I'm back watering the garden today. This is kind of start to my day. I'm actually getting an earlier start today, which is kind of nice. Now you can tell the sun is already up there. But yeah, today's gonna be kind of a random day in the life video situation. Giving the trees a little soak for a minute, just leaving the hose on them. I'm realizing I should probably start doing like some kind of, consistent intro in my videos. Sometimes I kind of start things with a like, hey, what's up everybody? My name is Shay Cravenock, and kind of introduce myself. And I feel like that's probably a good idea because there's gonna be plenty of people who don't know who I am. And even those who do know who I am have no idea what my name is, because can you actually read that? Like, does anyone actually know what my name is from reading it? I wouldn't. I don't know what most people's names are from reading them, and their names are like Michael. So, that being said, what is up everybody? My name is Shay Cravenock. It is great to have you here. Also, get a load of this hero shot with the sun behind my head. This is kind of awesome. And that is that. The garden is watered. The plants are happy, and we're on to the next thing. I don't know what that is. Probably breakfast. All right, so I ate some breakfast. I was going to record it, and then I totally forgot. So, me making the breakfast. I don't know why you'd want to see me eat scrambled eggs, but whatever. Checking out, this is the first time I've actually looked at the kukri we started forging on live stream the other day. As soon as my live is reinstated, I'm going to be back on that, which I'm pretty excited about. But anyhow, I'm back on that sword game today. I'm going to continue working on this short sword. Yesterday, we got it all polished up, and I got the handle nice and flat, and just everything in line where I want it. So today, I'm going to work on making said handle, and I'm still deciding on what I'm going to do with the blade, if I'm going to etch it or just finish polishing it. So right now, I'm trying to decide on a wood to use for the handle. No, I don't want to do something too basic. Lately I've been using a lot of this padu, some of the stuff that I stabilized, but I'm not sure that's really what I want to do for this particular sword. Some babinga could be nice, or maybe we could hit into some bakoti. That could be kind of cool. I'm digging on that. See how this looks maybe. I'm kind of thinking this could be pretty cool. So I'm going to see if I can find kind of a little chunk of it that I like that this fits into. I do also want to note that I've got a couple other projects going on, mostly just some small stuff, like these two kitchen implements. I've got these really close. They've got their handles on them and everything. Kind of on them. Ideally, I can move on to some kind of more fun and creative projects. One of the main things that I really want to make is a very large battle axe. So that's kind of my thoughts for what's next. I also might have a new sword order coming in, which would be really fun. I do have a sword sheath to make. And then, of course, there is something else that I'm currently forgetting. Oh yes, that would be these garden sickles, which is actually a project that I've been working on for YouTube. In the background, you probably have not seen very much, if any, of that project yet, because it is all still in editing. It's actually been a really, really fun one. I've got some amazing footage, but I started this before my vacation, and now I need to finish it. The weeds are getting pretty bad in the garden, too, as anyone who has been paying attention to the watering segment of this or my last video can probably tell. I desperately need to go in there and do some cleanup, and that's what these are for. They're kind of in the procrastinating stage for me, though, because now I need to do grinding on them. They are heat treated, which is wonderful. They turned out very nice, but now I need to go in and grind these edges, and it's an internal curve, which is really annoying to do on a 2x72. In fact, the last time that I did do an internal curve was when I made a Singizi for the popular History Channel show Forged in Fire, which I did happen to win with said weapon. This was actually one that I forged on the show. This was the first one that I made in the 5-day home challenge. However, it did have a problem here during heat treat, so I decided to remake the entire build on the last 2 days of the show, and still managed to pull through the win, which was pretty damn cool if I do say so myself. And what's even cooler is I got to keep one of the weapons that I forged on the show, which not a lot of people get to do. Usually only the runner-up gets that privilege. So pretty stoked to have taken home the check for $10,000 and a hand-forged Singizi. by yours truly. If you haven't seen my Forged in Fire episode, it is season 5, episode 25, This Is Easy. I highly recommend that you do not watch it, however, because I was only 18 years old then, and it was super cringe. I was painfully young, and oh my god, you could tell I was a farm boy fresh off the farm, and I had no idea how to interact with people or what I was doing. It is terribly embarrassing, but if you must know, that is the episode, and it is available online. So do with that information what you will, but I do appreciate your discretion in the matter. Okay, now let's get on to some handles. We gotta get this thing done because I got a dentist appointment at 2. Actually at 1, I have like 40 minutes. All right, so we've got the holes drilled for the pins. I actually think that this is gonna be perfectly thick enough for me to go ahead, rough cut this out, and then split it down the middle, and we'll get both of our handle scales at the same piece of wood. We'll also get a nice little book match, which is always a plus. Everything lines up perfectly then, and we save a little bit of material. Okay, so now we've got this in this kind of state. I left the back flat and the front flat because I'm gonna go ahead and rip this. I'm gonna put a guide on my bandsaw, and then we're gonna get this turned into 2 halves of the same handle. One caveat in all of this is that I forgot that my bandsaw sucks and cannot stay on track. So we have one good side and then one too thin side. We're gonna do the same thing over again on the reverse side of the sword handle and make another side similar to this. I don't want the scales as thick as they would have come out anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. This side's good. I only have to remake one, but I did not get both out of it, which is a bummer, but it happens. I need to upgrade my bandsaw desperately. And would you look at that, we got 2 sides of the same handle. So we are ready to do just the final touch-ups. I always go ahead and grind right here and polish this out because it's really hard to after the fact once it's glued onto the handle. Other than that, though, we are ready to get this thing glued up onto this sword, which is really exciting. This is moving along much faster than usual because I'm actually staying on task, because I think that this recording thing and doing these kind of vlog-style videos while I'm working in the shop is actually really, really good. I had smoothie on my lip and nobody told me. All right, so I think this is really good for my ADHD, kind of keep me on track because I'm working on a linear project instead of kind of bouncing around from project to project like I usually do, because I'm kind of trying to keep on track for the video. So that's cool. Thank you guys so much for making it to where my life is a little bit easier and that my neuroses are that much simpler to manage. It does really help. This has actually been great for me, so thank you. And we're basically done. There's nothing left to do. It's easy from here. It's gonna take me 4 weeks, every damn time. And it is time for that dentist appointment, so I will be right back, and we will see whether or not we get back to this today or tomorrow. So, catch you sometime.